Hi all, in this video we'll see the text file operations. That means if you want to access the text file which is stored in the secondary storage device, if you want to access the text file into your programming, and if you want to read the data from that file, and if you want to write something into that file, how do we do that? How the program gonna happen? All these operations we'll see in this video. And by the way, what is this text file actually? Text file is a collection of related information, that too in the form of text. Is that correct or not? Okay, text file, any file is a collection of related information. Okay, if you want to store the data related to one another, if you want to store the information, collective information, then in programming we are having the arrays. Is that correct or not? Okay, arrays are used to store the relevant data together. Then why are we moving to the text files? We are having the arrays in the programming, then why are we moving from arrays to the text file? The thing is, array stores the data until your program execution is finished. That means once your program file execution is done, okay, then arrays get vanish, and the data present in the arrays also get vanish. Okay, that means you cannot get the same array data next time when you execute that program file. But if you save the data in the text file, because your text file gonna store in the secondary storage device, secondary storage devices stores the data permanent. That means if you store the data in the file, okay, in the file, then that will be long lasting. Okay, that's why this text files concept is introduced into the programming. Okay, now let's see what all the operations present. First operation is a opening file. That means if you want to open the file, for all these file operations in programming, we are having that too in the pseudocode, we are having some commands. Okay, we have to follow that commands for all the file operations. Okay, first one is how to open any file into your program. Is like you have to use the command like open file space, and after that you have to provide the file name, and you have to provide the extension as well, and you have to write the keyword for, and you have to specify the mode of the file that you are opening. Okay, that means we are having three modes: write mode, read mode, append mode. Okay, if you want to open the file for the writing purpose, then you have to specify that mode with the help of the keyword for space write is also the keyword. Then file gets open for you for writing. Okay, after that if you want to write any data into the file, then you have to use the command write file space file name comma, and you have to write the line that you want to write into the file. Suppose whatever the data you provide, okay, whatever the data you provide, computer treats this data as one line in the file. Okay, that means I am trying to write the harika, then whenever you write it, immediately the Harika gets Harika get right into the file, okay, into the .txt file as one line. After that, when you write again write file, okay, again write file, then this 30 gonna insert into the next line. Okay, that means computer treats every data you provide for each and every command. Okay, it treats as one line. Okay, when you are trying to write another data using the same command line, then computer moves the controller to the next line and print that as a second line. Okay, this is how it happens. And also whenever your operation, you are done with all the operations with that file, you need to close that file. Okay, if you don't close that file, okay, in programming you will get some exceptions. Okay, better you learn from the pseudocode itself. Okay, whenever you are done with the operations at end, use this close file command space the file name and close your file. Okay, if there is a problem in write file command. That is like, first if I execute this program once, okay, as your data.txt file is empty, it's gonna write into the file. Okay, when I execute this file again with some other data like this, with some other data, then what happened is like, okay, whatever the data present, already present in the file gets vanished. Okay, gets vanish. Okay, that means get deleted. Okay, and the data that you are trying to put right into the file, that's get appear in that file. You got my point. Whenever you are trying to execute the program which is having the write file command, okay, if in that file if already some data is there, all the data gets vanished. Okay, and this new data get right into the data file. Okay, is that a drawback or not? Okay, no, nobody wants to delete the previous data, correct? Okay, then how come we've overcome this flaw? Okay, that is possible with the help of the append. Okay, that means you have to open the file for append mode. Okay, append mode. Here you can see already this file is having harika 30, okay, data. Now in this program I opened this file for the append mode, and I am trying to write these lines into the file. Then what will happen? Then the already data will be there in the will be there in the data file, and the whatever the lines you are trying to append, that get append to this file as new lines. Okay, this is the benefit of using append keyword. Okay, append mode. Okay, and after that writing is done. Then how do we read those lines into our program? Suppose already file is there, okay, with the data, with the loaded data, and I want to read that data into my program. Then how do we do that? For that, first you have to open the file for read mode. Okay, and after that till the end of the file we have to read one line after another line. To read one line, remember that, to read one line from the text file, we are having the command that is read file space file name comma, you have to provide the variable. Okay, then the controller read each line. Okay, and send that line data into the variable you are providing. Here this is the variable I provided in the program to store each and every line of the data text file. Now remember that when you execute only this statement, only one line data get read from the text file. Then how about the remaining lines? Okay, if you want to read all the lines one after another, that means you have to execute this statement till the end of the file. Is that correct or not? All the lines, for all the lines I have to execute this line to read each and every line from the text file. Then how do we do that? If you want to execute any statement for repeated number of times, that means you have to keep that sentence or statement inside a loop. That's why I wrote the loop. While not end of the file. And what is this EOF? EOF full form is end of file. It is a predefined function. Okay, that you have to pass a text file into that as an argument. If you pass that, then it will return. Suppose when the controller reaches end of the file, then it will return true. If the controller doesn't reach end of the file, then it will return false. Okay, now let's trace this program for this text file so that you can understand better. Okay, first of all, while not, and our controller is here. Okay, now tell me, is this the end of the file? No, it is not the end of the file. Then it will return false. Okay, not of false is what? Not of false is true. Okay, this while loop gets iterate for till the variable is true. Until it become false, the while loop gets iterate. Now here we got the true, then we enter the loop. Okay, now read file data, read file statement get execute. Now line will be having Harika. Okay, line will be having Harika. Then we are printing the line, then Harika gets print onto the screen. Okay, after that again we'll go to the loop statement. After that will our controller will be here. Okay, now is it the end of the file? No, again the end of the file will gives you false. Okay, then not of false becomes true. Okay, now we will enter the loop. Again this read file statement execute. Okay, here one line is there that is having 30, then line will be stored with 30. Okay, then we'll print the line, that means the 30 gonna print onto the screen. After that again loop iterates, again while. Okay, the controller will be here. Okay, the controller will be here. Now while now end of the file gives you the false itself. Okay, for not of false is true, again we'll enter the loop. After that again read line becomes Sarika, line is storing with Sarika. After that we'll print that line, Sarika gonna print onto the screen again. Okay, again we'll go to the loop. Okay, now while of end of the loop, now the controller is here. Okay, it is not the end of the file, then end of the file will return, this function will return false. Not of false is true. Okay, then again we'll enter the loop, then line will store 31. Okay, because 31 is there in that line, 31, then we'll print that 31 onto the screen. Again we'll go up, again end of the file. Now the controller is here, is this the end of the file or not? It is the end of the file. Obviously the end of the file return true. Okay, and not of true is false, that means we don't enter the loop. Okay, we'll just get out of the loop and we will close this text file. Okay, clear? And let's move. Okay, suppose record. Okay, suppose my data is there in the file. I want to get the data from the text file, and I want to assign that text file data to the records, different student records, student objects. Then how do we do that? First of all, obviously we have to design one student record. I designed one student record. Okay, it is of type student and it is having the fields like name, age. Okay, then how do we do that? Okay, I want to store. Okay, suppose these two are the information for the record of one student, and these two lines are the information for the second student. Okay, now I would like to store all the students record in an array. Okay, then how do we do that? Obviously you have to declare one array of type student. Okay, and after that I am declaring the I value as well. Okay, for my array accessibility, array index accessibility. Then after that I am opening my file in the read mode. Okay, after that I use the while loop. Okay, to iterate the file lines. Okay, until it reaches end of the file. Okay, and I am trying to read the line. Okay, when I when I use this read file, then this will read one line in the text file. Here I will get line 1 as Sarika. Okay, and after that immediately I am trying to read the next line, that means 29. Okay, in one loop iteration you have to read two lines, because two lines information is equivalent to one record. Is that correct or not? Okay, that's why I am reading two lines at a time in one iteration of the while loop. Okay, now two data is ready, name is ready and age is ready. Then let me declare one student reference, student record reference. Okay, and after that I am assigning that student record reference into the 1th index of the array. Now 1th index is having one record. Okay, one index is having, okay, I named this as the S. Okay, that location is will be named with the S, and it is having the attributes like this. Okay, it will be having the attributes like this. And in the array, okay, suppose I have done 10, I am not writing the 10, you can understand. Okay, 10 indices are there. I am storing this address here. Okay, I am just storing the address in the array. Now array is having address of that record. Okay, now with respect to the address, I have to access the attribute names and I have to assign the values to that attributes. How do we do that? Address, if you write like so, you will get that address of the particular record. And dot, if you use the dot operator, then you can access the attributes present in that particular address. Then you will get here name attribute, and I am assigning that name attribute with the line 1 or line 1 variable. What is line 1 variable holding? It is holding the Sarika. The same I am assigning here. Okay, again student I, okay, student 1 dot age is equal to line 2. Line 2 is having 29. I am assigning that 29 to that record. Okay, using that address. Then I am incrementing the I value. That means I'll move from this index to the next index. Again my loop gets iterate. Okay, I don't get to the end of the file. Then again I read next line. I read line 2. After that I'll create another record. Okay, I'll declare another record. That means in the memory another record get created in the memory. Okay, having the attributes like this, after that that I will be 2, student of 2. In the student of 2 I am storing this address. Okay, this address is different, this address is different. Okay, in every iteration I am using the same reference name, but in the memory it won't get the same address. Okay, it will store this address. Okay, and with this address and the dot operator I am assigning the values. Okay, then in this address it will store Harika and 30. This is how, if your file is having 10 people records in two different lines, this is how you can get the data from the file and you can assign to the array of records. Okay, now I hope you understood the concept.